Hey, what's up? How you doing? Welcome back. It's time for another in-bed review, and this is for another Marvel joint. Thunderbolts! You baby, let's go! Thunderbolts! Marvel's Thunderbolts. Or is it Asterix? I don't know. We're coy. What are we? Hasn't even been a full weekend yet, and they're already freaking putting billboards up. It's actually this, ha ha. So this is just gonna be full spoilers. Fuck it. I don't even care. Um, so like I like to do, I usually give it some time before I do one of these videos that I could talk about it. Okay, just give it a little bit so I can think about it some more. I actually enjoyed Thunderbolts. I know, right? I was in the theater and I was actually liking it. Are there problems? Yes. Is it peak cinema? Fuck no. Don't listen to those people that say that. They're just going to say that because we got a halfway decent Marvel movie, like a legit halfway decent one. This was. All right. So, Deadpool and Wolverine was a fun movie. Okay? Was it a great movie? No. Was it fun? Yes. Is it forgettable? Yeah, I would say so. It's one of those things like it's only not forgettable because it had so many surprises, which I know some people will be like, well, that makes it not forgettable. But it's those surprises. They paid a lot of money for people to come back. I wouldn't say like anything around that stuff was super memorable. Is the problem? That's the anyway. So what was I saying? Uh, I forgot. What happened? What's over there? Okay, I thought I heard something. Anyway, the problem with Deadpool and Wolverine is what goes there? Oh, that's my AC. Anyway, so the problem with Deadpool and Wolverine is that like most of the story itself is not very memorable. This actually has a story that's pretty memorable for the most part. Like it's actually like there's no big moments. Like I know everybody lost their minds over the post credit scene, which I didn't really get. The post credit scene really feels like it just spoils Fantastic Four. By the way, so I'm just again this is spoilers free. The post credit scene is just the new Avengers. I'm just getting straight into it because that's what the actual title of this movie is. It's not Thunderbolts. That's like a cheeky like ha ha he he title. But even at the end they said Thunderbolts. Nah, this shit's called the New Avengers because this is the New Avengers. This is it. You got John Walker who killed a terrorist, and everybody's like acting like he fucking like shot fucking like Mr. Rogers in the fucking face. So he's now a war criminal, which I guess killed someone in public. I mean, it's whatever. Like, I don't even want to get into it. People are so fucking stupid about John Walker. Don't understand that he was a war hero. All right, he killed one terrorist. Oh, wow. Fuck him. So many people are so weird about that. I swear to God. Like, whatever. You can't just kill one terrorist. One little terrorist, just like Joker said. He said that. You know? You kill, and then you kill one little terrorist, and then everybody loses their minds. He said that. He said that about John Walker. He was right, too. Like, people lost their minds. And I don't understand. Can't even kill terrorists anymore. Wow. Wow. A war hero can't even kill one terrorist while everybody's saying, fuck him, make him lose everything and then whatever. So anyway, so you have John Walker, Yelena, of course, Red Guardian, which is like, oh, well, that's a bad idea. And then Ghost and fucking I don't know, it's Bob. So yeah, that's the new Avengers so far. I mean, there's probably others. Like they even like talk about how Sam Wilson. Here, I'm gonna move over a little bit. Sorry, I just need to get a little more comfy. Hold on. Sorry, excuse me. Sam Wilson's like suing for the Avengers name, which is a little weird. like I don't know, like he because he wants to be a part, he wants his own Avenger or something like that. I don't know. They were saying some fucking weird ass joke. I will say the post credit scene also looked weird, like it was filmed differently, and also the humor itself was like, the humor in this movie is not great. I'm just gonna say right here, I think I chuckled a couple times. That's about it. But the humor still felt weird, and I'm watching like this doesn't feel like it's directed or written by the same people. And then I realized like, oh, it actually wasn't. It was actually shot by the Russo brothers, so that's why it had that Russo brothers charm, I guess you could say. Anyway, so yeah, you got all these characters, and they're Thunderbolts, but they're actually new Avengers. And the whole story is about Julie Louis-Dreyfus. She wants all these people that she's recruited to become like assassins for her, to kill each other, to wipe away all evidence that she's doing anything, shady. So Yelena and John Walker and Ghost and Taskmaster. We'll talk about that bitch in a minute. But and then the Ghost. And then Bob's there. They all like are sent to kill each other. Not Bob. Bob is just there, but everybody's sent to kill each other. But then they team up. There's some stupid shit where like Julie Louis-Dreyfus has screw in and traps them all in there, and then sets up an incinerator to incinerate them. But she puts on a timer. So it's like, well, like why is there a timer? Like you just trap them and then incinerate them. Why is there a timer? Also, there's a thing in there to stop Ghost from using her ghost abilities. Why in the fuck did you have the battery to that thing inside the incinerator so they could go and destroy it so Ghost can go out and then save them last minute, which happens all the fucking time. So I need to move my pillow. Ooh, that's the cold side, baby. That's what I like. Anyway, so it was very strange and really bad writing, but whatever. There's some fun banter for the most part. I think the way they treat John Walker in this feels very different from how he's portrayed in Falcon and Winter Soldier. So it's very strange that he's like super asshole in this. Some time has passed, I guess, so you can kind of like, all right, fine. But it's also just like they go through his backstory and like his wife left him because he was like too focused on losing everything. And she's like, you should watch the baby, even though the baby's literally fucking 1 foot away from him, and the baby's like making a little bit of noise, but it's not like I don't know. Like they're trying to show his darkest moment because that's a big part of this story is like everybody's darkest moment and stuff because the Bob character, spoiler, Sentry, and also Void, everybody knows this. Again, we're already in spoilers. So he like shows people their darkest like moments or whatever. That's one of his powers. So yeah, he shows like John Walker and Yelena and all, and well, not all the characters. Like Ghost doesn't get it. Ghost doesn't get shit. Taskmaster, we don't even need to talk about that bitch. She don't get nothing. I ended the recording on mistake because I was talking about fucking Taskmaster. Anyway, so yeah, she don't get nothing. She got nothing. I'm saying she shows up, says, get out of my way, and then gets shot in the face by Ghost, which I guess her mask doesn't protect her from getting shot in the face, so which is weird. You think it would at least be bulletproof, but whatever. Maybe Ghost has, like, awesome, like, really good bullets. That could, ow, fuck, I hit my fucking face with the fucking thing. Anyway, that's like me. It's an iPad. Look, see? You didn't believe me. You didn't believe me? Now you look like a fool. I put the world clock on it, too. Anyway. But, yeah, so that was stupid. They team up eventually. They call John a fucking loser a bunch and call him an asshole, which, to be fair, he is acting like an asshole, but it's also, like, written in a way where, like, he doesn't really act like that in the show. Like, he, at a certain point he does. He's, like, a hard ass, sure, but he's, like, also getting pressured a lot. And, like, I really did feel for him in Captain America. I'm sorry, Falcon and Winter Soldier. I felt for him. And here it's just like, all right, they made him an idiot too. Like he's just like, I'm dumb, D. And everybody shits on him the entire movie until towards the end where like they stop doing that just because the plot's happening. so he kind of just gets thrown into the background. I've seen some people fucking like coping, saying like, yeah, but like they're friends towards the end. I'm like, did you see the post-credit scene where they're just making fun of him about his stupid shield and saying his whatever stupid, like he says something, they say something else. They're fucking with him still at the end. It's just, I don't know. Oh, about space. There you go. That was it. Like what space, or like this space or the space, outer space. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's just a lot of like, I like that character. I really didn't like how he's portrayed here. Red Guardian's about the same. Yelena, whatever her name is, about the same. Ghost is just like nothing. And Taskmaster probably has the best character arc. Let's not fuck around. She shows up, says what, and then dies. That's a pretty good arc. I'm not gonna lie. Whoo, baby. She's like probably the best character in the movie, honestly. I mean, really, let's get right to it. She's pretty fucking good. I mean, it's scary like this. Ah! Anyway, no, I'm just kidding. No, I didn't mean to do that. Like, it was scary how quick she died. He was like, whoa, anybody could die. Honestly, that was like setting up. I thought that was setting up something like that. You know, like how the Suicide Squad killed all those people in the beginning. I thought it was like doing that. Where like, dude, anybody could die. Taskmaster died like that. You have no idea. And then nobody died the rest of the movie. I was also correct about the whole shadow thing with the Void, where it's like everybody's getting turned to shadows. I assumed they wouldn't be dead, and they are not dead. They become like shadow. They get stuck in like the shadow world or some shit, and they have to experience their trauma or something. We don't really get to see that from like many of the characters. Like I said, we only get to see Yelena, Walker, and funny enough, Dave Fontaine, Julie Louis-Dreyfus character, who I thought was really annoying in this movie. I'm just gonna say. Also, she seemed really fucking stupid. Like, I don't understand how she's like some fucking like mastermind or some shit. She's kind of fucking dumb in this movie. I'm just gonna throw that out there. She makes so many mistakes and goes like, "What? What's going on, huh?" She at least seems completely aloof. Like, her character I never liked, and I really don't like her here. I do like Julie Louis-Dreyfus, though, I will say. I just never liked her character. And here was no exception. Actually, this is probably the worst she's ever been. And honestly, she doesn't say anything particularly funny. She seems like a fucking idiot. And yeah, she's kind of cringe. I'm going to throw that out there. Now, all right, so John Walker, don't really like what they do with him. Yelena, I like her. I've always liked Yelena. I don't love her, but I like her. And she's good in this. We'll get more into her story later. Red Guardian's the dumb fucking like loser idiot moron. Like, oh, I'm done with this. Which is still like, I'm still blown away because like in the beginning of Black Widow, which I think is still the best part of that movie, they show him being pretty competent for the most part, not stupid. Yeah. I guess he gets sent into jail for a little while, but like I don't understand why he's still that way. You know what I mean? Like, why is he still the same? It's because people like when David Harbour acts like a fucking idiot loser muppet. So I guess like he has to always act like that. I guess fair enough. Ghost is nothing. We don't even need to talk about Ghost. Who else? Bucky. Bucky shows up. Sorry, I actually totally forgot about Bucky. Bucky doesn't do fucky in this entire movie. Really. He shows up, he talks to the aide to Julie Louis-Dreyfus' character, which that really goes nowhere. I mean, it's not that it goes nowhere. It's just like it's the reason why he like eventually teams up with the Thunderbolts. I just don't really understand why they couldn't give him a little bit more. We don't even get to see his trauma, which we've seen it before, but it would have been nice to still see something of that. Because, I don't know. Like, we got all these characters that have a traumatic past. I want to see them all in the same movie. I want to see their traumatic past in the same movie. I'm sorry. Like, especially Red Guardian. Red Guardian would have been nice because we know a little bit of what went down there, but it would have still been nice to see something. You know, add some depth to that character. Luckily, we do have a scene later in the movie where him and Yelena talk. Yelena, I still don't know how to pronounce her fucking name. And I thought that was probably the best scene in the entire movie where he's actually talking to her, like acting like a father, and she's like actually like breaking down. Because the whole movie's about grief. It's grief porn pretty much. And I think for the most part it works pretty well. I think people are blowing it up a little bit too much. I think it works well and it's handled pretty well, but people are blowing up as if it's like this revolutionary thing, and even for an MCU movie, it's like it's done so expertly. I think it's done well, but I think it's still also like it's like a movie about grief, but it has like the training wheels on it almost. Like it's still like it's done well, but like it's very surface level still. Um, but I've been saving this because my favorite character in the entire movie is a character named Bob, who ends up being Sentry and Void. And I really liked him. He's probably my favorite character in this movie, and I really thought Lewis Pullman was great. I always liked that actor ever since like The Strangers 2 and you better not fucking there you go. Wait, hold on. Did I hear something? You see that? What was that? What is that? What is that? What is this? Hello? I'm just kidding. That's not. It's nothing. That's just. That's nothing. What's wrong with you? Anyway, he was great. I really like this character because he does a really good job of like switching between like a bunch of different versions. Because he has three different personalities technically. So he has Bob, who's just a normal guy. Then you have Sentry, who's like the hero guy, and he's like more stern. And then you have Void, who's the depressing emo kid. And I think he does all those well. Obviously, Bob is the one we get to spend the most time with. And then Sentry is just a version of Bob, except way more like serious. I really, really liked. There's a scene. Sorry, I'm really uncomfortable right now. There's a scene with Bob or Sentry, I should say, where he fights all the Thunderbolts, but he pretty much stands in the same place almost the entire time. And I thought that was one of the best fight scenes in the MCU. I really liked it. It's barely a fight scene. It's just showing how much of a fucking badass Sentry is. And what I really liked is that Sentry is still a good guy. So he's like beating them up, but he's not like, I mean, to be fair, he is fucking them up to the point where like Yelena is just a regular human and he slams her against the ceiling. I'm like, all right, he did it slowly, I guess, but she should still be fucked up. But there's moments like he throws Red Guardian out of the window and he's a super soldier, but he probably would get killed by the impact. So he grabs him back and brings him back in, you know what I mean? So he's not trying to kill them. He's just trying to fuck them up. And I really like there's a scene right after that where the reason why he's Sentry now is because of an experiment. I don't need to explain it. Go just watch the fucking movie. Julia Louis-Dreyfus is like, being, like, I'm in control. And then Sentry's like, no, you're not, bitch. And I was like, that's pretty good. And it wasn't even like a long wait for that because that's a scene you expect to happen. You know what I mean? Like a something you expect to happen between the relationship between those two characters, which there really isn't much of a relationship. It's just like she's like trying to use Sentry, Bob, whatever, to make herself, I guess, more popular or whatever. I'm not exactly sure her whole goal exactly. I guess just to make people safe. I don't know. They even show her backstory, which is weird. It's just her father was murdered. That's pretty much it by like loan sharks or whatever. But yeah, so I like that we didn't waste too much time there. It could have been a whole like movie like him, like like kind of like a Homelander and Elizabeth Shue's character in the first season. We get straight to it, we get straight to it. He's just like, no, I'm not listening to you anymore, bitch. And he throws it against the wall, and then he dies because they have like some failsafe, which I don't really understand how that works, considering he's like invulnerable. But whatever. I guess they just have something to stop his heart or something like that. I don't know. But it doesn't kill him anyway, so it doesn't matter. He becomes Void, and then he starts killing everybody. And then Yelena has to get in there because she's had like this relationship with Bob throughout the movie, which is cute. I think they're trying to do a romance thing. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't really give a fuck. But yeah, their relationship, their little chemistry is pretty good. I really, really wish we got more character interactions between all the Thunderbolts, but I thought the Bob and Yelena stuff was pretty good. So, I mean, I guess we didn't get a lot between the characters. We got little moments that people will be like, look, we got character development. It's just like a fucking, like a thimble of water in a desert, but okay. Again, I still enjoyed this movie, but yeah. So watching him like become Sentry then Void, I really liked. I feel like it maybe was a little rushed towards the end, but the Sentry scene is great. I really like that action scene, and I really like the Void stuff when they go into the Void area and Yelena's there and she has to actually communicate with version of Bob that's Void and regular Bob and stuff. I thought that was really good stuff. I also didn't really talk about, there was a scene, I mentioned it a little bit, but there's a scene between Red Guardian and Yelena right before she enters the Void to go get Bob and save everybody, and use the power of friendship and love, which is exactly what happens, and I predicted that. That was going to be that. And I even said they're going to have a group hug, which they literally do, by the way, which is crazy, because I said that as a joke. Not the friendship thing. I knew that was going to happen, but the oh, they're going to have a hug. It literally does happen. It's not even a joke. Yeah, the problem with wait, no, I'm sorry. Wait, what was I saying? Oh no. Red Guardian and Yelena have a really good scene where, they're talking and Yelena is pouring her soul out, and she really needed her father and stuff, and Red Guardian's not good dad and stuff like that. But it was really good, and the acting was very good, and I like it was just on the sidewalk in New York and stuff. I wonder what Kingpin's doing right now. He's like, what? Sorry for the cut there, but my iPhone ran out of storage, so I had to delete some stuff. Sorry. Anyway, I forgot what I was saying. I think I was talking about the Red Guardian scene. It was a good scene. What else? Any other compliment? I think the cinematography is pretty good. A lot of dark, like it's a very dark movie. I will say. Like this. It's dark. Anyway, but no, it is a dark movie. I guess both in terms of themes and fucking the actual lighting. It's very dark. I also really didn't. I don't know. I liked. Okay. I didn't mind the ending, the whole New Avengers thing. I just think that they're rushing things, because we have an Avengers movie literally coming out in a year. Like a couple days ago, it would be exactly a year. And I feel like they're rushing things, which is crazy to say because the last Avengers movie was fucking 6 years ago. But it still feels like they're rushing things. And the ending felt very desperate to me. Like, this is them. This is the new Avengers. It's them. Right? Okay. So, I mean, it felt like something they should have been building up to better, but they kind of fucked it up, I think. So the ending could have been cool if we cared about these characters a little bit more, and it felt like they were building it up better. Like Ghost, I would have never ever expected to ever be an Avenger. Not only that, I would have never expected her to come back. You know what I mean? Like after the Ant-Man and the Wasp. But whatever. Yelena, same thing. I don't know. I mean, it's fine for her to be an Avenger. I'm okay with that. I'm not going to complain. The post-credit scene, both of them are whatever. Like the Fantastic Four is coming. Right? Like, of course they're gonna come. Like, of course. And I feel like again that's gonna spoil, the movie, because now we know for sure that they're gonna have to cheese their own world to come over here. And oh yeah, and there's like the Wheaties joke with the fucking Red Guardian. Red Guardian, look, I'm on the Wheaties, and he's stupid. Funny. Most of the humor is not that great, but there's some really good character work. There's some really good tackling the grief and all that stuff. For the most part, I enjoyed it more than I thought. I still have complaints, obviously. I probably have more complaints than positives here, but for the most part, I still really enjoyed it. I had a good time. And there was something to it that made me think this is going to be something I remember. So if I had to give it a score, I'd probably give it like a 7.5. Like, I enjoyed it. I didn't love it like some people, but I did enjoy it. So that's it. We're done before my camera dies again. But that is that. Thank you. And I'm going to sleep. So here, I'll put you right next to me. We'll fall asleep together. Good night. Mwah.